Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make Shu Mai, which is a very popular Cantonese dim sum dish. Dim sum is basically just small bites of food or small steamer basket or plates of food. Kind of like China's version of Spain's tapas. And Shu Mai is probably up there like one of the most popular types of dim sum and one of my favorites next to steamed pork buns and soupy dumplings. Now this is going to be a very simple recipe because we're not making the dough from scratch. We're using store-bought wonton wrappers. Then all we have to do is mix a few simple fresh ingredients in a bowl and stuff the wonton wrapper and steam them. It's that simple. Now, like the beginning of all my tutorials, I will have an ingredients page listing all the necessary ingredients and the measurements. So, enough talking. Let's get cooking. So we'll start by rehydrating our dried shiitake mushrooms. You need to hydrate about 3 or 4 of them depending on their size. So you'll need about a cup of hot water and then just steep the mushrooms for approximately 20 minutes or until they become soft and pliable and somewhat plump, like this. Next, we have to remove that woody stem at the bottom, so just cut it off and throw it away. Then we're going to slice and dice and then mince our shiitake mushrooms. Now just place them in a bowl and set them to the side. Here I have shrimp that was left over in my freezer. I have 2 different kinds and 2 different sizes, but it really doesn't matter as long as you have approximately a ½ pound. And now we get to chop the hell out of them. So just chop them to finely mince them. And then place them in a bowl. Next, we'll start with our ground pork. Place it in a bowl and then add the minced shrimp to that. And here we have our aromatics, some ginger, scallions, our carrots, which we're saving for garnish, and our garlic. So just put that off to the side. And don't forget your shiitake mushrooms. Now we'll add the shiitake mushroom to the mixture. Just reserve a little bit of it to top the shumai as decoration. Now this recipe will yield about 27 to 30 shumai. Next we'll add the garlic, then the ginger, and then the scallions. And then mix this up thoroughly. Now, I'm doing this by hand, and I will say that if you're doing it by hand, it's gonna take a few minutes and you're actually gonna have to put a little elbow grease into it. If you have a stand mixer, better. I don't, believe it or not, so I had to do it by hand, but I'm strong like bull. So I did it like this. Now let's add 1/8 of a teaspoon of white pepper. And then 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Then we'll add a tablespoon of sesame oil. 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. And if you don't have it, don't run out and buy it. It's fine. Next, we'll add 2 tablespoons of Zhaojing wine. Now, not everybody's gonna have this in their house, so you can substitute that with dry sherry or mirin, which is a Japanese sweet cooking wine, or even sake. And then 1 teaspoon of granulated sugar. And then you'll need a tablespoon of a starch. Now I'm using potato starch, but you can use cornstarch or even tapioca starch, whatever you have. And mix all of that together well until you have a nice, smooth paste. Like this. Now let's work with the wrappers. So here I have a package of wonton wrappers. Just pull out a bunch, and you can see they're fairly thin and light. And then we're just gonna cut the corners off of the wonton wrappers to kind of round them up a little bit, just to make the wrapper look a little bit prettier when we stuff it. Now, I saw this neat trick using parchment paper to line the bottom of my bamboo steamer, but yeah, I kind of missed a step, so this was a fail. Oh well, throw it away. I'm just gonna use cooking spray, like I normally do. So just spray the bottom of your bamboo steamer or whatever steamer you're using, and then wipe it away. Make sure to cover your wrappers to keep them moist. Now cup your hand and place the wrapper over the center. Then with a dinner knife, grab some mixture and start placing it in the middle. And then start pushing down into the center. And as you do that, kind of squeeze with your hand and rotate the wrapper. It's really not difficult, and don't worry if your shumai is not perfect or beautiful. It really is more of a free-form shape. So then you need to just pat the bottom to flatten it out so it'll sit up in the steamer. Like this. So I'll show you again. Just take a wrapper and place it over the center of your cupped hand, and with a dinner knife, scoop some mixture into the center while pushing down, squeeze and rotate. And then with the side of your dinner knife, you can push the dough in and crimp it, pat the top down as well as the bottom. Like this. See, mine's not perfect. It really doesn't matter. As long as it can stand in the steamer, you're good. Now just repeat this process until all your filling is gone. I got about 27 shumai, so this recipe will make anywhere from 25 to 30 shumai depending on how much you fill them. Okay, so now that we're done filling the wonton wrapper, we're gonna decorate the top with the shiitake mushroom. 1 or 2 pieces on the top of each is fine. And then with a spoon, just put a little dab of the chopped carrot on top. So here I have a large pot of water boiling on the stove with about 2.5 cups of water in there. Now you can use any kind of steamer that you have. I happen to have a bamboo steamer, so that's what I'm using. And here's the first layer. And the second layer. It can take 7 to 10 minutes for your shumai to be cooked all the way through. Mine took about 10 minutes, and I just like to give it a little poke to make sure they feel firm and know that they're done. So let's plate it and taste it. Okay, here they are, guys. Shumai. They look good. I'm just going to serve myself. Where's the small one? This one right here. And to go with my shumai, a Tsingtao beer. Okay. Oh, I also have, before I forget, my dipping sauce. And if you want, I will leave the link to that video in the description box below. Check it out. It's really very simple. Okay. Here we go. So good. The pork with the garlic, scallions, ginger, shrimp. The wonton wrap is just nice and chewy, and the dipping sauce just brings it all together. Well, I hope you guys like and enjoy this recipe. Please, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on anything. And as always, guys, until next time,